Michael Ambrosia here again with a part 2 of the aquaponics system I built for less than $50. It was about $36. We did have a couple of goldfish die before we even started cycling the water. They might have already been sick or something. I'm not sure why. And then a couple more died after we started cycling. So we put a few more in, and we tested pH, and it's 7.2, which should be fine for goldfish. Now my motor came in the mail. See it in the back corner? It's a 160 gallon per hour motor. It's pumping into the top here. This system will go for 30 minutes. I didn't have this on my list of things I bought, but it was only $33. There's a timer. You plug it into the wall, plug the motor into it. It will go for 30 minutes. It will stop for an hour and then go for 30 minutes and so on throughout a whole day and night. I also drilled this little drip hole here in case at the end of 30 minutes it didn't finish filling up for the siphon to start, and it can continue to drain out. And this will drip all the time, so this will continue to oxygenate the water even when it's at rest for an hour. Now the system will fill up to 3.5 inches. Looks like we're going to get there here in about 20-30 seconds or so. I put this little tomato plant. Oh, we're already getting there. This will start to trickle for a little while, and then when the water level gets high enough, the siphon will actually kick in, and then it'll come down full blast. The fish don't seem to mind this. I think they're curious about it, and they swim around it. I'll show you that the inner pipe goes up into that 1-inch one up there. I put the insulation around it so I can change the level up and down of this pipe if I wanted to. What happens is, which I did not intend, but is a great thing, is once a siphon kicks in, then looks like it's about, there it goes. Now it's going full blast. Eventually the water will get sucked up through that insulation and come down through the water going through the pipe. You can hear it now. Those are a lot of water bubbles getting sucked into this drain, and they're going right into the water down there. This is a very heavily oxygenated water, even though it runs for just 30 minutes and rests for an hour. The fish kind of like this. Just going to show you, also put a little drain nozzle on here in case the water, something got plugged and it just happened to fill up that far. It wouldn't drip all out into my house. It would just drain out into the lower tank. What I was starting to tell you earlier was, here's the tomato plant. I actually broke the stem whenever I put it in there, so I'm not sure if that's going to make it or not. But I put it in these little starter pots. Now we have a lot of starters down here that my wife planted, and they're growing up, and once they're big enough, some of those we'll put into the system. Now there's a little snow pea or snap pea that we put in there today with a stick for it to grow up on. And it's without the cup. Someone mentioned it might be better to do it without the cup, so we'll try both ways. And there's another pot. I just put cilantro seeds in that one. And then, just for the fun of it, to experiment, I put some cilantro seeds in this corner over here just to drop down between the rocks. And I thought maybe they'll come up on their own without any pod. My one concern about these little seedling pods is that they stay moist all the time, and I don't want to eventually get root rot. So we're going to see what happens. Trying a couple different methods here, and then here in another 2 or 3 weeks I can give you an update again. But that's it so far. It's working better than expected, and hopefully we won't lose any more fish. Sometimes fish just die, but these fish that we have here seem to be pretty happy the way that they're swimming around and checking things out. We're going to experiment with a couple more things as time goes on and this system matures. But feel free to leave your comments down below, and leave advice or ask questions if you like. And we'll just stay in touch and just see how things go here.